Hello everybody, I'm sorry for this delay because of internet connection. It's really slow. I've restarted my internet connection. Hope it's working now, so I'm sorry for this little bit of delay. Just a quick recap, we are doing series of lessons on various topics, and today it's fifth lesson on IELTS. We started with introduction to IELTS, and from introduction today we have come to the point where we are talking about writing task 2. So those who are with me, thank you very much. Go to classroom.google.com and use the code 2BB74RW to access PPT. Once you have accessed PPT, do write in the comment box done or access, so that we must go. Once again, I am really sorry if you had to wait long for me. Yeah, you haven't missed anything. We are starting from the beginning. So just to giving you a quick reminder, please share this video on your wall with your friends and on your groups wherever you have accessed. Okay, so I'll give you 30 seconds, I'll give you 1 minute to go and access PPT from classroom.google.com, and do not forget to share, like this video, and mention your friends in this video also, so that they can join right now. It's much better to be in live classes because you write your responses and I check them right then and there. Perfect, your time starts now to access PPT from Google Classroom. Okay, and you can share as a watch party also on your pages or your groups if you're admin of any group, and I'll do the same as well. I think my network is okay now, everybody can see me. Perfect. Okay, thank you Khosa Saab for joining me. Right, okay, good. Okay, now do you remember last time we started with writing task 1, and then we went on talking about writing task 2. I gave you some homework, I'm sure you have done it, so we'll just quickly recap that what we did last time. So I'll ask you simple questions and then let's see what we do. We are not going into writing at this moment, we are just analyzing it. Maybe by the end of the class, a bit of a writing task, but again that's related to analyzing what IELTS questions are, because as I told you earlier, or I keep telling you, it's really important you read the question carefully and you understand it properly, and you should do sufficient practice of understanding questions. Okay, so I'm on slide number 2. So let's read the question. Now this is a task that this is how a typical IELTS task looks like. I'm on slide number 2. There should be laws to control the amount and type of violence shown on television programs. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Those who have joined me now, just a reminder, I'm on slide number 2 of class 5. I've uploaded the slide on classroom.google.com. Please access it file, and can somebody write code in the comment box also, so that everybody may access that. Okay, so further you'll get this sentence, and this is in all the questions, it's the same, which says give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge and experience. It doesn't okay, now your task is to tell me what is it that we'll do in this question. Number one, we'll have to identify the task. What is it that we need to do? Now there are three options for you. Select one of them. I'll read the task for you again and decide. You'll choose A, B or C. Question is, there should be laws to control the amount and type of violence shown on television. This is a statement. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Now, what's your answer? A, B or C? A is give description. Will you give description? B, support your opinion. Will you form an opinion and support that opinion? C, explain a problem and ask for solution. What will you do? Please think and write in the comment box, what will you do? A, B, C. Okay, I'll repeat it for you. The task is, there should be laws to control the amount and type of violence shown on television programs. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? What will you do? A, give description. B, support your opinion. 3, explain a problem and ask for solution. And Sarwan says C. Think again, Sarwan. Do we have any problem that we have to explain? Certainly we don't have to describe anything, so let's omit it out. So there's a confusion between B and C. Now, it looks like it's a problem in the first statement, but if you read carefully, your task is not what first line says. Your task is what second line says. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? So, in this part, do you think there is any explanation of a problem? It's B. Why? Because you have to form an opinion that you agree or you don't agree. That will be your opinion. You agree or disagree. That's your opinion. Once you have an opinion, you support your opinion. Why? You give answer why. And when you give answer of why, your job is to support your opinion. So it's not A because you don't describe anything. It's not C. Why it's not C? Because you are not going to explain what the television or what the violence is. You have to give your opinion, and your opinion is you agree or you disagree. So answer is B. Dharti Joyo, absolutely right. Now let's go to the thesis statement. Just a quick review. What thesis statement? Thesis statement is your map structure of your paragraphs. So what you are going to write in detailed paragraph that comes in your thesis statement. Now there are 3 thesis statements here. On slide number 3, choose one thesis statement. I'll read these 3 for you and you select it's A, B or C. There are many types of programs on television, and each person is free to choose which program he or she wants to watch. Will this be your thesis statement, or should this be thesis statement? I enjoy watching police and detective programs on television. C. We can learn a lot from television, but it's not a good idea to spend more than an hour a day watching it. So what is an appropriate thesis statement, A, B or C? Look at the question. I'll repeat the question for you, and the question is, there should be laws to control the amount and type of violence shown on television programs. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? And your options are: computers have become very expensive in recent years. B, computers can contribute a lot to a child's education, but they can be overused. C, computers today can do much more than the computers of just a few years ago. And Dharti says B, absolutely right. Yes, that's your answer. Exactly. So I'm sure there is no confusion. It's not. We are not going to talk about how computers are expensive. There is no mention of previous computers, recent computers. Computers and education. So that's your B is the answer. Perfect. We'll do similar exercise for next question as well. Right now, I'm on slide number 6. Let's read the task. More and more families have computers in their homes, and children spend a great deal of their time using their home computers. To what extent do you agree or disagree that computers can contribute to a child's education? Give your own opinion. Those who have joined me now, please go to classroom.google.com and use the code 2BB74RW. Right. Okay, good, Mirza, you got it. We are on the next exercise now. So what we are going to do now, we are going to develop our thesis statement. We are going to talk about, we'll analyze what thesis statement is and how to form details about it. Okay. Your thesis statement is the main idea of your writing, as you already know. Now you have to support your main idea, general ideas. You should have 2 or 3 general ideas, right? 2 ideas. If you have 2 ideas, then your conclusion is going to be longer. I repeat, if you have 2 ideas, then your conclusion could be longer, like 3-4 sentences. But if your conclusion will be 2 or not more than 3 lines. So it's good you have 3 ideas to support. Now, and you gave those ideas in your thesis statement, your main ideas, but you have to support with details. Now let's go to slide number 7. Now what is it that you will do once the statement comes in front of you, IELTS question comes in front of you? What is your first task? Your first task is to identify the task. What is it that you will be doing? Which means what? You'll compare or contrast, you'll analyze, you'll justify, you'll give examples of something, you'll explain a problem and then give a solution. This kind of clue will be given to you in the second part of the question. To what extent do you agree or disagree that computers contribute to a child's education? Give your own opinion. We already know we selected B answer for that. Now that's not just B that we have to depend on, and we gave the ideas. Computers contribute to child's education. Number 1, schoolwork, on slide number 3, it's a map given already, graph is already given. Schoolwork, teach while entertaining, parental limits. Now these are your ideas that you gave in your statement already while doing exercise above. Computers contribute a lot in child's education, but they can be overused. That's the statement that you said. Now, how they can contribute in child's education? It helps, for example, in doing schoolwork. Number 2, teach while entertaining. Number 3, we'll talk about parental control, the problem that we identified in the thesis statement. Okay. Now, once the of you need to make an outline, you need to brainstorm. You can do it either in this way, or you can make the list of things also. I'll also take you and teach you in one of these classes how we can do listing also. Right. So and that's not sufficient. So once you have 3 ideas, now do give more. What is it you'll be saying about in that idea? For example, schoolwork, then 3 things. You can write projects, you can write computer reference books, and you can use internet for searching purpose. So one sentence, one paragraph, it should contain these 3 sentences, these 3 things. Okay. So your sentence could be, your first paragraph could be, help students in doing their class work. They can use internet search for their doing projects on MS Office or any other software. Okay. Computers can also work as library. Physical library is expensive, therefore computer is a great handy help in organizing reference material. Number 3, internet gives opportunity for a variety of options to search from. It's a big search engine, so you'll form sentences from these. Just those who have joined me now, we are doing 5th class and I'm on slide number 7. I have already uploaded on Google Classroom. Okay, now let's talk about second idea. Second idea was teaching while entertaining. So you can talk about how teaching can be fun. There are fun games available on internet, and it's classrooms are dull, libraries are dull, computers are more entertaining. Television is not entertaining because it's not interactive. Computer is more interactive. You do things, you go from one video to another video, from one slide to another slide, you can talk to people, so it's more interactive. Number 3, parental limit. Now you'll talk about 2 things. It can be a problem, it can be a problem because of the time. So you can control the time, and you can control the sites students visit. You can block certain sites. So this is your entire map. Do you understand that? I'll repeat. So to sum up this section, when IELTS question comes in front of you, you should not jump into writing. Okay, that will be a big mistake. Never do it. When IELTS task comes in front of you, your first task is to analyze it, understand question, and ask yourself question, what is it that I need to do? What is it that this task is asking? On superficial level, it might look simple, but you need to spend some time to do it more efficiently. That is possible and only possible when you understand the task. So number 1 is to know the task, determine the task, understand the task, and the second part is to develop, to compose a thesis statement. Okay, right? So once your thesis statement is ready, you'll certainly have 2 or 3 ideas in your thesis statement. Your third task is to develop ideas for them. Okay, I think it's really important. I'll repeat. When IELTS task comes in front of you, do not start writing. Don't start writing straight away. Understand what's the task. Develop your thesis statement. Then write your ideas first before you actually write in the paper. Done? Now, let's go to look at a paragraph, a sample paragraph, introductory paragraph and detailed paragraph, 3 detailed paragraphs. Let's analyze them, okay? Although we'll talk about each part separately, but let's analyze this topic. And what's the topic? Topic is, I'll repeat, more and more families have computers in their homes and children spend a great deal of their time using their home computers. To what extent do you agree or disagree that computers contribute to a child's education? Give your opinions. Now, where it says give your opinion, it's really important. You must give opinion, which means what? Which means you should say computers are useful, computers are not useful, computers can help in education, computers cannot help in education. That's your opinion. Okay, then you have to tell you agree or you disagree. Okay, so that's your opinion, and then you have to support your opinion. Now come back to slide number 8 and let's read introductory paragraph. I'll read it for you. Okay, home computers offer many advantages to the average family. One of the most important of these is the contribution computers can make to a child's education. With parental guidance, children can learn a lot by using a computer. So what's your opinion? Your opinion is here. You say computers, students can learn a lot. So which means you are pro the topic, you are for the topic. So you said it in the beginning. So you get full marks for achieving this part of task. It asked you to give your opinion and you gave your opinion. Okay, so you got full marks if you give your opinion. So it's important you say that in the beginning what you believe in. Okay, and then in this paragraph, introductory paragraph, the paragraph is started from general idea about computers. Then it came down to its use for education. Then further point is given how parents can control the use of computer. Clear? That's your first paragraph. 3 sentences paragraph, introductory paragraphs, or 4 sentences introductory paragraph is more than for IELTS exam. Okay, this much is okay. Start something with general related to the topic, then come down to the topic. Right? Perfect. Now, what was our idea number 1? It's used for computers child's education. So idea number 1 is it's helpful in child's education. Now let's read the details of it. I'll read details number 1. A computer is a useful tool for work. Now that's what you said in your thesis statement. Now that's okay what you said, but now a reader wants to know how. You have to give answer. Computers make it easy to keep notes and write up school projects. Number 1. Reference books on computer CDs make it convenient for children to research their school project. In addition, the internet makes research on any subject possible for the comfort of one's own home. Children can do all this work independently without asking their parents to take them to the library to buy expensive reference books for them. So number 1, you study your project. Number 2, you use as a library, and then there is an explanation how also. Okay, so that's how paragraph number 1. Paragraph number 2, let's read detail number 2. Computers keep children entertained in an educational way. There are many computer games that both attract children and teach them something. The internet offers the curious child a way to find information about anything that he or she is interested in. A child can stay gainfully occupied for hours at a time with a computer. So because it can entertain, this is how you say how it entertains. Now, do you remember our third idea was how parents can limit the timing or how parents can control things. Let's see what this essayist has to say. Parents don't need to limit their children's computer time, although they should pay close attention to what a child does with a computer. Using a computer is not a passive activity like watching television is. The more time a child spends on a computer, the more the child can learn. However, parents should control which websites their children visit and which computer games they play. All three ideas came here quite clearly in this, right? Now, that was the analysis, or this was just an example. Now, I'll give you a conclusion and then I'll give you some task. Two-liner conclusion is okay. You have to, in conclusion, although we'll do a complete class on how to write a conclusion, but just to analyze it, computers contribute a lot to child's education. Every family should have one. You restated what your opinion was in the beginning, and then you gave your opinion further. Every family should have it. So it's a nice, neatly written conclusion. Now, your task, I planned it as a homework. Your homework is to write this as an experiment. I want to see how you write, but right now I want you to give me an outline. Give me a thesis sentence on this topic. I'll wait for 3 minutes for you to develop a thesis statement, and the topic is there should be sorry everybody, include B here, typing mistake. There should be laws to control the amount and type of violence shown on television programs. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Write a thesis statement and an outline include supporting details. Right now, just thesis statement. Okay, that's your task. I'll give you 3 minutes. Think and write a thesis statement and write it here. Hello everybody, those who have joined me now. I have given you a task to write a thesis statement on the topic there should be laws to control the amount and type of violence shown on television. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? and I can see some of you have given. Let me give a quick look. We can have easy access on television to watch programs we like, and the laws may not be useful. Good. The variety of programs on television viewers watch, they read on depending on their mood, interest, and good. Good. Dharti, absolutely right. You get 10 out of 10 marks. The variety of programs on television, Pyarali, the variety in programs on TV provides viewers to watch the varied and on depending on their mood, interest, and but where is your opinion about whether you agree or you don't agree? So laws are always made to control the content. The study topic is about the laws of the control and type of environments that are shown on television. Okay, Manur, a really nice sentence, but in IELTS exam, please do not refer this as this topic is relevant to. Straight away talk about things, don't refer to them the way you are doing it. Don't even say I am going to write about this essay is going to be about. It's a very lame way of writing it. Okay, although some IELTS teachers suggest it, I have seen some IELTS teachers doing it online on YouTube as well. That's a really not so impressive way of writing introductory paragraphs. So you should develop a thesis statement where you should say why television programs should not illustrate directly violence on television. They should have censorship. Okay, good. So you actually said that there should be control on that. They should have censorship. Perfect. Good sentence. You said it in the beginning. Perfect. Good. Good. You did your job. Excellent. Now, whatever your opinion is, next stage is the variety of programs. Yes. Okay. Good, Manu. You got it. Now, next stage is whatever your opinion is, you should have at least 2 to 3 things to say about that. Okay, 2 or 3 things. So, idea number 1, idea number 2. Give me 2 ideas. Why? What is it that you'll be? What are your main ideas that you'll be talking about in your details? Okay, in the paragraphs. Give me those 2 ideas. Number 1, this. Number 1, 2. To what extent do you agree? Please give me outline. What is it that you'll be writing in details? Violence and content. Mahnur says good. You'll talk about violence and content, but that's already said in the topic sentence. Okay, Mahnur, I think we will not talk about violence. Why? Because you need to talk about what you think. To what extent do you agree? How far you agree? You agree completely, and why? You have to tell me why, because maybe to me it restricts freedom, and number 2, we have mechanism to control on our own. Okay, so maybe these two ideas will be sufficient. Knows the program environments, we can ignore watching them program. Yes, this is what I say. We know which program, so it's exactly. So you'll talk about how you can actually do self-controlling. This is what Dharti's point of view is. And Mir Sahab's opinion was that there should be control. Then he will talk about maybe what is it that he has to say. Why? Number one, because. Number two, because the topic is there should be laws to control the amount and type of violence shown on television. To what extent do you or disagree with this statement? That's the topic. Okay. Okay, so write about this topic and include, we have just read your thesis statement. From those thesis statement, based on your thesis statement, you can further develop your outline. Do develop your outline and include in this. Exactly. Now next stage is to write your complete essay, right? I'll suggest you give it a try. Write your complete essay and either write it here in the comment box or do it on your YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel where I'll be posting it tonight. Do write your complete essay there. I'll read and I'll give you comments also. Okay, thank you very much everybody for being with me. It was really wonderful. I'll stop this class now and we'll go for speaking practice. If anybody wants to join me for speaking practice, simply you have to join me in conversation and I'll ask you questions as they are asked in IELTS exam. We'll do a practice. Okay, so please do not forget to write your essay or responses. If you can't write essay, then you must write at least outline, thesis statement, and much of the task will be done also. Thank you very much everybody. See you on Friday. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Okay, and I'm coming back after 2 minutes for live speaking practice. And don't be shy, do take part in that. Bye bye. I'm coming for a speaking class just after 2 minutes now. Okay, that's what the timing is. It's now just after 2 minutes. I'll take the book, I'll stop this, I'll restart again. Thank you very much everybody. Bye bye.